Alrighty everybody, welcome back to our channel. So, what we're going to do today is we're going to do something a little different. So in front of us over here we have an entire lineup of 22 ammo. So just about everything that a guy could want as far as 22 ammo. We'll do a little zoom in as I'm talking about everything. So we have just about everything. There is a total of 25 different batches or different rounds of ammo in here. Everything from a 20 grain bullet all the way up to a 60 grain. But today we're going to be focusing on this here. We're going to do what we call some powder testing. So I wrote down all the manufacturers, what kind of bullet it was, didn't put down the bullet weight, but we're going to test and see how much gunpowder is actually in these. And then over here is going to be the bullet one. So we're going to keep the bullet weight separate from the powder weight. And what we're going to do is we're going to do something that we haven't done before on the channel. And that is, we're going to remove the bullets from said 22 ammo. So we're going to take like this. We're just going to take a standard pair of channel lock pliers. And then we're going to remove it carefully, not to spill any gunpowder. Okay, and then we have the gunpowder in there, and we have the bullet there and the thing there, and then we're going to weigh it. So what we're going to do is we're going to come down here, and we're going to put our pan on there, tar it out, and we're going to weigh it. We're going to give it a few seconds to balance out. Saying about 1.7 grains ish. Okay, and that was for the Remington 550. So what we're going to do is we're going to write down Remington Gold Bullet 550. So we're going to do well, just change to 1.8. We'll just do 1.8. And then what we're going to do is we're going to dump the powder out onto this little page down below me here. We're going to re-tar that, make sure it's 0. And we're going to take the bullet, this guy right here, and we're going to drop it in there and we're going to see what the bullet weight is. It's supposed to be 40 grain bullet, but it's coming out to 39.4. So now in the bullet one over here, we're going to write 39, oh, just went up, what the heck, 39.6 I guess. So what we're going to do is we're going to see what all that this entails, and more importantly how this is going to affect accuracy. So I'm not going to bore you guys with hours and hours of bullet pulling and weighing and everything else like that. So I'm not going to film that part of it, but I will go through, do all the powder, do all the bullets, and then be right back with you guys. And if I found any different in powders, I'll put them down here on this piece of paper with all these grids on it. And yeah, we'll get the averages and I'll be right back with you guys. Alrighty, so I have a little discrepancy I want to show you guys on film here. So when we look at these Remington Gold bullets, packaging here, 550 bulk, bonus pack, on the back it says, right over here, 36 grain bullet weight, where my thumbnail is. Okay, 36 grain. So I'll show you guys live on camera here. So these ones are all brand new. They were sealed until this morning when I just opened them up. So they're all brand new. Pull one on out, show you. So it says 36 grain. Take it. Pull the bullet out. Okay, we're gonna wait on the powder. I want to show you guys something. So the scale is zeroed. Hasn't moved at all. Now, what's interesting is, without bumping the table or anything, that one bullet weighs 39.4. So the packaging says 36 grain, but the bullet that is actually there is 39.4. Now I know what some of the naysayers are going to say. Oh yeah, guess what? You have some gunpowder left on there. Tell you what, there ain't no gunpowder left on the back of that base. Plus, the amount of gunpowder that I am getting, I'll show you guys real quickly, is right about there so far in my testing. So you can't make up 4 grains of gunpowder when you're literally only shooting a bullet that's projected by about 1.8, 1.6, 1.7 grains of gunpowder. So something's amiss here with this one here. And so far all my other bullets are 39.6, 39.6. And then this one here, if we go back to it, is 39.4. So she's about 4 grains heavy. 3.4 to be technical, than what is supposed to be advertised on the box here. So just something for everybody to think about whenever that they go down and they read the box. So that's the bulk stuff. We'll get into the other stuff, and if I find anything else, I'll let you guys know. Be right back with you. Alrighty, so I want to show you guys something here. We're working on the Aguila Super Colbury. This is a little 20 grain bullet, just that little guy right there. And it even says on the front of it, without gunpowder. So whenever you look at the inside of it, all you see is just a priming compound. That's all that you see. So there is no gunpowder at all, it just goes pop. And then the little bullet right here is the bullet that comes out. So we're going to save some time and just skip these guys all together. I didn't want to pull one of them just to show you guys that there is nothing but just a priming compound in there. The camera will focus. There you guys go. Yep, without gunpowder. Just goes pop. Alrighty everybody, and we're back. So one myth that I've been told over the years is that all the different manufacturers of 22, so all these guys back in here, that they're all the same. Oh yeah, they're all the same. Everybody does the same. Well, when I'm pulling out bullets and I'm looking at this gunpowder right here, I'm sure you guys can see it very well. This is all mixed up because I didn't separate per brand or anything. But there's some that is ball powder, and some of it is that it is flake powder. So to debunk that myth right away, no, the companies do not use all the same gunpowder. And here's another little thing. So when I'm doing this, I'm taking 5 random 22 rounds from each one. So from obviously CCI Blazers over there, then Federal, yada yada yada. And you guys can freeze it on your computer screen or your phone and look at that. So I just took them, dumped out the powder, weighed it, recorded it, and then did the average on the far right group. far right column. So I did that. The green rows, so these guys like this one here, that one there, and then that one there, these ones did the best on their averages. Like this one here came out with the exact same on all 5. Same thing with this one down here, the CCI Stinger. All 5 random rounds came out at exactly 2.5 grains of gunpowder each. The next ones in here, the next runners up, so basically your top 3 are your green ones. Your next runner up, these are going to be your orange ones on your screen here. So these ones had just a little bit of discrepancy, like a 1.1 grain, 1.2, 1.1 for an average of 1.1. This one's 1.5, 1.4, 1.5 for an average of 1.5. This one's 1.6, 1.7, 1.7, 1.6 for an average of 1.7. And those ones were the Remington Thunderbolt and the Arms Corps. So I hope that this helps everybody out a little bit as far as that goes. So I'll back up and I'll let you guys get another view of that. So now you guys don't have to do this. Again, these are 25 different batches that I had. If somebody else has a little different, then yeah, go ahead and repeat the same thing. Be sure to tag me or whatever in the video. But also I wanted to show you guys something else. So in doing all this, this one is a Federal case. This is from their auto match. They have consistent priming, like a green primer, the whole way around. And that's where some of these had really, really good, consistent powder in them, and they also performed really well in my 22 testing. I also took note that CCI, this one's a CCI. I saved this one. This one's from the CCI mini mags. They did the same thing. So they put the same green priming compound in the bottom of theirs, and it's all the way around. It's not just on the rim itself. So it's not just where the firing pin hits the actual priming compound. It's actually smothered the whole way, which I think would give a lot better reliability, and it doesn't obviously have as many misfires. So that's a good thing. So moving on, now we're going to do the bullet part. This is the fun part. This is the part I like. So the box or the container, whatever it's in, that's what the bullet weight says on these. So it says 38 grain. That's what I wrote down on that in that column. So some of them were up to the 60 grain, which was that big fat sniper one. So here's where it gets interesting, because now some of these did not even come in where they're supposed to. So some of these, like this Federal 550, it says 36 grain on the box. We're looking at 37 grain. Some of them are like a Remington Gold 36 grain advertised on the box. It actually comes to 39.6, so almost 40 grains, which is crazy. So we keep going down and we look at some of these. Some of these were spot on, like say the Winchester Wildcat 40 grain, pretty dang consistent at 40 grains. The sniper ones at 60 grains, those ones were pretty dang consistent. And then the Super Colbrys, like I said, they're about 20 grains, but they don't do anything, they're just poof. And then let's see, what was another good one here? Like this one here, CCI Stinger 32 grain, very consistent. 31.8, 31.9, 31.9, 31.8 for an average of 31.9. only 0.1 off. That's not bad at all. And then the CCI quiet target, these ones were spot on. So what I did in this on this spreadsheet here is I put the green ones on, and this is referencing my Ruger 1022. This one shot the best group. So this one shot the .630 group when I did the torque action and everything like that, and it had the most consistent bullet weight, and then it didn't have the most consistent as far as the powder charge, but it did the best as far as the group. Moving on to the next one was the Federal Lightning. It gave a 1.6 inch group. And then the worst one was the Federal American Eagle at 1.9. And then the next three runners up were like the CCI Stinger as far as bullet weight to an average. And then the next one is the Remington Thunderbolt. And then the CCI Standard Target. So, anyways, so I'll back that off and let everybody take a look at it. You guys can freeze it if you want. So there you guys go. So yeah, so got a bunch of data for everybody. So now you don't have to spend the time pulling bullets, seeing what they weigh, what they don't weigh, seeing if there's any difference in the powder. And again, some of these boxes over here, some of them are older, some of them are newer on some of these. So it's kind of at whatever lot is going to be for whatever ammo. Like I know, for instance, this one just came out, the Remington Ranch Hand one. That one just came out. So it's going to be as new as you can get. And then some of these I've had them around forever. So like the Winchester 333 I've had forever. The CCI Blazer over here, I've had that one forever. All that stuff. But yeah, so just to debunk the age-old, oh yeah, it's all the same, they're all the same, and they use the same powder, and bullet weights are as advertised. Well, I did the legwork and about 2 hours worth of pulling bullets, measuring powder, measuring the powder, writing it all down, and then doing all this. So there's 125 results on this one, 125, so a total of 250 different weighed measurements that I did here. So anyways, so yeah, that's what's going on, and hopefully this will help out somebody else whenever that they're out there doing some shooting. I don't have access to like the Aguila and the Lapua and the SK and the other ones. So if somebody else has access to that stuff, feel free to do the same thing. Just do 5 rounds just so you're not burning up your inventory just testing. And then, yeah, then we all have more data and we could see what they're doing. But this is, for the most part, this is what everybody is going to run down and grab. If it's going to be bulk ammo, if it's going to be just plinking. I don't see people spending $25 for a box of 50 just to go get on target for 22, at least. Anyways, we'll chat at you guys later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.